way he's running it or not. But he's there. It's a fact of life. He's there. And I think we have to approach him and get this cooperation that we have not had for the past 5 years. If he is the only person that will respond, and I don't think he is, but if he is the only person that we'll be dealing with for the entire rest of this season, for instance, we have to take advantage of that. We have a golf course. People are going there every day. They're paying their money and they're golfing. I golfed Sunday as well. I agree with you. The drainage is horrible. But we've seen it like that before. I mean, we've seen ponds on the 10th green before. So that it's nothing unusual, and he's not responsible for that. So there's a lot of things he is responsible for. He's cutting the fairways, etc., etc. You don't need to hear me respond about those types of things. But I think the big plus that we've uncovered is the PGA. They are willing to send our RFPs out to their entire body. That's something we didn't have the advantage of the first time we went out. And like you say, you got one response, but this is probably not the best time of the year for anybody to be responding to these types of things. So I don't look at it as a really dark hole. I look at it as we still have our golf course. The mayor's letter to us indicated that perhaps she would go into the golf course and fix the golf course building up a little bit. It certainly needs it. It would be welcome. The flagpole is down. We need that. There's certain things that we can do and still have our golf course. Everybody knows I want our golf course, but I'm not looking to start a major problem here. I think that we have to be positive about it. We have the golf course. Let's utilize it. Let's try to get some cooperation going. And then let's go out and get a new RFP that does get put out to a number of other people that may respond later in the year. You know, I started this thing with Melody Curry many years ago. And I'm getting tired of being the golf lady. It's not what I want to be. And I don't play well enough to be the golf lady for sure. But I have accumulated a lot of information about this golf course, and I feel like it's an adopted son, if you will. But it's got to get settled down. I agree with you. No matter if you sell it or if you don't, and I recognize that you need to request us to sell it for it to go to real estate and acquisition. I recognized that last week when Barbara spoke to me about it, and I said, it ain't happening because we don't have the letter from the mayor. But if we were to sell it, we've got a big bill on our hands. So what advantage have we got there? Can we afford to spend some money on this course? I think we can. I think we have to be logistic and realize this is an asset. People want it. We have to do what's necessary. Anyway, it's been an experience. And tomorrow morning I'll go play golf, and I'll forget all about the problems that we're having here, because that's what golf does to people. You put them out there and they forget that they've got big problems. Except the ladies in my league, and they see my score. They remember. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I will say, I know my stack has gotten like this, and I'm sure yours is much larger. Your point is a good one, that whatever we decide and assume we're going to go back out to RFP, the reality of the situation is MDM Golf will likely be, unless we find some other option, basically playing out the rest of the year. If that is in fact the case, I think you're right. We need to sort of reset, the expectations, and maybe there is some little things that we can do that will, improve the course enough so that we don't continually lose people. Because that was the reason we went out for RFP quick this last time, because we feared that we would do substantial long-term damage to the marketability of that course. So that is certainly something I think we do need to address as sort of a part of a package.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, just at the conclusion of this conversation, Ted Fravel will assume the responsibilities of oversighting now at the golf course in regards to making that a checklist for him. And we are going to put some effort and some elbow up there to at least get the landscaping around the clubhouse and the bathrooms cleaned. And we'll refer to Greg Borales' checklist when he went up there to see what can be done to enhance and to work with Scott and Matt Manchetti to see what responsibilities they're going to step into. But I think, as everyone knows, I've met with them on no less than a half a dozen in-person meetings, and between the finance director and myself, many phone calls back and forth, many promises and no results, and that seems to be the theme. God knows I'd love to pass by the golf course one day and say it looks good. That being said, we did purchase a new flagpole last year, and Mr. Manchetti had promised that he would take down a tree because he wanted it where the tree was in the front, but for some reason there was never any stump ground out, so whether that's done yet or not, we'll check into, and the flagpole will go up when that's completed. But we have much free mulch at the dump that we certainly can pick the flower beds and put down mulch, and we did deliver it in the past. So maybe there's some opportunity there just to at least get it presentable and clean. And
thank you. Any other comments? If not, thank you. And then we'll open it up for public comment at this point. We played switching with but the first seat is still the one that has the microphone on? Yeah, okay. All right, good. Thank you. Anyone here wish to speak on the golf course? Yes. Okay, if you can just hang on 1 second. When you get seated, if you can just take a seat on the, that way, when you're speaking into the mic, everybody can hear you. And if you can write down your name and address there, it makes it a lot easier for us for the minutes to make sure we've got an accurate reflection of who spoke.
Okay, my name is Frank Lotina. I've been playing golf for over 40 years. I've played many different golf courses. And since this management came in, that golf course has gone down. One of the reasons you're losing play is because it's a slow golf course. It took me one time when I came back from Florida, I went over to play with the senior league. It took me 3.5 hours to play 4 holes. That's not good golf. And then I went over one other time to play by myself, and I ran into, on the backside, the dog leg hole. I don't know what number it is, the 4th or 5th or whatever it is on the backside. 3 groups on the one hole, 2 groups on the par 3 after it. I left, and I had never been back to the golf course. Number 2 is you have people coming in at 6, 7 o'clock to play golf. You don't have an open restaurant where a guy can come in at 6:30, have a coffee, egg sandwich, or eggs, or a little breakfast before he goes out to play. Nobody wants to eat a piece of pizza at 6:30 in the morning, if you can even get one from the place. So these are some of the things, and their pro shop, they don't have one. They only carry like 3 kinds of golf balls. They don't carry a variety. They have 1 set of golf clubs for sale, and the golf pro in there, I I've seen dish rags with better personality than that. And I work on a golf course in Florida. I've been working on golf courses for about 7 years down there now. I was a starter. I'm a ranger. I do other things. And they got to have rangers out there. And I went in one time and asked him, if they hire rangers. He said, no, I take care of it. Well, he's in the golf shop. He doesn't know where the slow play is out there and the backup is. And so people get frustrated, so they don't come anymore. They just don't want to play a slow golf course. They want to play golf 4 hours and go home, or have a beer in a restaurant or whatever. They don't want a 5.5 or 6 hour round like you see on TV. These guys are playing for millions of dollars. But I have golf people down on I also have a golf league of my own that I have 32 golfers. But on the golf course I'm a ranger at, we have a senior league of probably 40 players. They play 18 holes in 2.5 to 3 hours and no longer than 3.5 hours. 18 holes. Here, East Hartford, 4.5 to 5 hours. That's what so somebody has got to tell this management or something to step it up, put rangers out there, and you'll improve the play. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. And it's certainly just one of many problems that we have heard over the years. And so thank you for your perspective. Anyone else wish to speak? No. So, go ahead, Jerry.
I'm over here signing, and then I will give you some comments. Is Mike Walsh still with us?
He is.
Michael, if I had a sleeve here, I'd have service stripes, because I'm the guy 41 years ago who put the sprinkler system in. I was the clerk of the works for the golf course. And our only problem then was the first, I'm sorry, you should put my name down here. What's my name?
Jerry.
Thank you. I have some difficulty.
It's really Salvatore.
I have some difficulty since my stroke in understanding what people were saying when they talk fast, so I missed some of it. But I'll tell you, after 8 years and no more skiing, I've become somewhat of a golf course person because my wife is taking up golf when she takes me to Florida in the winter. So the previous gentleman talked about experience with golf courses. I want to tell the council and the mayor that I have 1, 2, no, I'm not counting where I'm going to sit on the seat, but is there a seat there? Thank you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 golf courses which I am now intimately involved in, either in watching my wife play or talking about, the gentleman talked about the ranger. And I have to tell you, if old people can move fast in Florida, you want to see when the ranger is on their trail. And to talk about 4 something hours,